the AGM was basically abandoned after half an hour. But that's only the start of it, really. I mean, there was problems right from the start. I mean, when the board introduced, there was boos and red cards, and I think we got about 4 minutes in, and Peter Lawwell had taken off adjourn and suspend it for half an hour. After one of the fans approached the top table and was kind of shouting a ball on, and it sparked a bit of an outburst. They postponed it for half an hour. They come back in, then they kind of rolled the usual kind of VT section of the AGM. That went by without too much incident. Apart from, well, I say that incident, there was a walkout before that. A section of the shareholders walked out, about 100 or so, walked out the meeting, then came back. They actually come back in after the VT section. But then it really escalated. We had Ross Desmond, the son of majority shareholder Dermot Desmond, had a statement on behalf of him and his dad, and it kind of lit the blue torch paper, really. It went very much kind of first on the defensive of his dad and the board, and then it went on the offensive, saying that they won't be railroaded by fans who are bullied the board members. The criticism of something that's shameful, he said, dehumanising, and then referenced the kind of this dispute with the kind of Green Brigade section and the kind of the flashpoint against Falkirk that's caused this kind of it was a 6-game ban with potentially more. It basically accused the anti-establishment faction of causing disruption and all this kind of stuff. It was really quite strong stuff, a really kind of passionate kind of attack against groups of supporters who have criticised the club, and that's what really kind of triggered the kind of real anger. There was kind of shouts from the floor at that point, and kind of boos, and at that stage, Peter Lawwell, as chairman, stepped in and basically stopped the AGM, called a halt.
Wow. And
that was it, really. So the big question is, where did they go from here? I mean, it really was. I mean, the anger and resentment in the room was palpable. It was just, I mean, it's unbelievable, really. It's just hard. It's hard to get your head around. So soon afterwards, it was kind of chaotic. I mean, I think the very final line was Ross Desmond saying, "I know I've put a target on my back by saying this," but and at that point, that's when Peter Lawwell stepped in. I guess it's a bit like a boxing match. They step in too early. I think I wanted to hear the rest of the statement on behalf of his dad. It was incredible stuff. You'll see it on our website just now and this afternoon. Pretty much the full transcript. It was pretty strong stuff. I mean, there was a couple of things in the VT part, the video statements from Lawwell and Nicholson were a bit more kind of contrite. I mean, admitting there was mistakes made, but justifying the kind of the board's success over a long period of time. Things like lessons to be learned from the summer, but and there was a justification of the kind of money in the bank and the volatility of European football, having to safeguard against financial problems and not getting Celtic to bother like the 90s and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that was kind of what I thought was going to be the tone at points, but then obviously Ross Desmond he's obviously him and his father have been getting a lot of criticism and abuse of late, so they really went on the front foot. And came out swinging. But the question is, where does this go now? I mean, this is not a step towards peace or a step towards kind of a period of calm being restored. This is escalation.
Feels the opposite.
So, I mean, this is the thing. This is getting a big jerry can of petrol and throwing it all over on the flames. And